Hi CF. This social media campaign is presented to you by Ariel and Asia McConnell. Today we'll be discussing your current social media standing, things to improve, key concepts and objectives in moving forward with the campaign ideas, and lastly, expenses. So first things first, we took note of important things to keep in mind when dealing with your campaign. Your timeline for completion of this particular campaign is 1 year from now. The primary goal is to promote your book, and the secondary goal is to increase brand awareness about your consulting business and seminars. The targeted audience would be everyday people in different careers such as law enforcement, public safety, business people, medical careers, and students as well. People such as these listed will be targeted in large cities such as New York City, Boston, DC, and Chicago. The issues that drive this brand is a desire to close the career preparedness gap and getting people prepared to do things that they may only be ready to do 15 to 20 years later in their career. And your core value is developing leaders who make decisions. Moving on to the campaign direction, Code 5 solution feels very mysterious and classified. We want followers to feel that they have access to exclusive top secret information that they would otherwise not have access to. The social media involved would be Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We also recommend that you get a Twitter. We will also want you to improve consistency across all social media platforms. CF said in one of the Q&A sessions that he was more active on Instagram than Facebook. It is important to make sure visual messaging and branding are consistent across all platforms so that one clear message is delivered every time. A good way to do this is to sign up with Hootsuite and link all your social media accounts. It makes it easier to manage. You can even schedule your posts and track engagements across the board. A key concept that you have behind your book and your brand is navigating the fatal funnel. Social media has its own kind of funnel called the Social Media Metrics Map. It has 5 objectives: create awareness, generate demand, drive conversion, delight customers, and inspire evangelism. In order to execute these objectives, we have come up with a few objectives of our own. Based off these objectives, we have identified content type and actions that need to be taken in order to execute each objective. First is to create brand awareness. This is where you expose target audience to brand content. You can do this by promoting or boosting posts in a specific zip code, preferably big cities. This would be very useful, especially for promoting seminars in different cities. You can verify social media accounts, which will make you look more credible to your customers and even create brand loyalty. Doing some search engine optimization will increase your appearance on Google when people search for consulting or seminars. You can also allow a social media takeover, which can increase brand awareness, because followers of whoever's taking over the account can be exposed to the brand. And lastly, tag a friend posts can create brand awareness because people who are already following you will tag their friends, and it can sometimes help you gain more followers. You would basically post something and say, tag a friend who you would think would like this. Next is to generate demand. This is where you generate engagement of target audience with brand content. You can do this through tag a friend posts. You can also host contests on social media where winners can win a free book, a free personal consultation, or a ticket to a seminar. You can post key book quotes, or you can share short clips of people giving testimonials of how the experience of consultations or seminars have impacted them. Next is to drive conversion. This is where you drive the audience to brand offers. This can be done by attaching links to social media posts or in social media bios. You can also write call to action statement that makes people feel the need to engage now. Next is to delight customers. This is where you drive engagement with brand/product service. You can do this by checking in with customers, thanking them for buying or taking interest in the product. Also watch for data spikes, which will happen when people mention your brand. Respond promptly to both negative and positive comments. This will increase brand loyalty and show professionalism. You can share behind-the-scenes posts that gives followers exclusive rights to things you're working on or progress in projects. People appreciate things like this. You can also run polls which would ask customers for feedback or future desires. And lastly, inspire evangelism. This is where you can activate customer influencers. You can do this by sharing user-generated content related to your brand. You can also encourage customers to post Amazon book reviews so that you can reach the goals you stated for Amazon. This will increase sales on Amazon. So specifically for content ideas, we're looking at the different social media platforms. These are just a few things we saw across different social media accounts that we liked. We feel as though your social media character should be inspiring, professional, and relatable. The tone should be personal, honest, and direct, and the language should be simple. First is Instagram. We particularly admire the Humans of New York account. As you can see, they are verified, and their website is located in their bio. Gaining verification across social media platforms is a tricky, complicated process, but if you want more information, you can visit neilpatel.com. Humans of New York posts feature everyday people and their stories. This is an example of their regular posts. You can share things like this about people in the community or special guests you may invite to your seminars you host. The next is an example of Instagram promotions. As you can see, you have different options based on what you want to accomplish. Next is Twitter. Klondike's Twitter is very aesthetically appealing. Although it may not seem like a big deal, the consistency and the theme on the account exudes quality. As you can see, they have their website linked in their bio, and they have developed their own hashtag, which we recommend you do also. You use it across the social media platforms. If you don't want to run a campaign on one social media platform, you can advertise it so that people know where to participate, and that will still keep it consistent, as seen here. Another good example to make up for the lack of consistency across platforms is to do what the Humans of New York did in their Twitter bio. Their main account is on Instagram, which they stated in their bio. Next is Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg did a live video from a conference. You can also do things like this. He also shares a series of video discussions with different people. Echelon Front made a post that talks about an event coming up. This would be the same idea with your seminars. And also a new release in its podcast series, which asks for customer feedback. Lastly is LinkedIn. Here's Hikaja's LinkedIn page. Their most recent post shows about the recent partnership and the service they are doing. Sharing updates like this is especially nice for professionals to see because they want to know about the difference that is being made in the community. As you can see, they also have hashtags. If you go to their About page, they have a nice thorough overview of what Hood is. They have their website link, the industry they're in, company size, location, when it was founded, and specialties. This will be very useful for a quick overview about the consulting and seminar part of your business. Here they have a post about an upcoming event. With a quick glance, you get all the information you need. And here they congratulate a senior on an award he received. You can do praise posts for someone in your company, a guest speaker, or maybe just someone in the community. And last, we have expenses. We think for now you should focus promotions on Instagram and Facebook because it's easier to navigate. We think you should start Instagram and Facebook promotions at a $5 daily budget for 30 days, which would be a total of $150 each month. On Instagram, that will reach 13,000 to 34,000 people with large cities selected. On Facebook, that will reach 903 to 3,600 people. Next is search engine optimization. You can set your own budget on Google or buy a package deal from another third-party company. A good budget for starting would be $100 a month. Next is video production. If you outsource for video creation and production, most companies charge between $75 and $300 an hour, depending on equipment and things used or requested. Graphic design will cost anywhere from $25 to $150 an hour. And if you would like to hire a social media manager, this will cost you at least $50,000 a year, or you can manage your own posts through Hootsuite for $29 a month. I would like to thank you for listening to this presentation, and I hope that all things recommended were very helpful. Thank you.